Here are the top 10 most expensive Arbok Pokemon cards, plus 3 cards that I believe to be great undervalued pickups right now for collectors. I'm just Crackerbacks, and I'm here to collect stuff and help you learn all about the world of Pokemon Shiny Cardboard. Let's get into it. As always, let's first introduce the Pokemon. An original from the Kanto region, Arbok is one of the most recognized members of Team Rocket from the early seasons of Pokemon. The Poison-type Pokemon is an extremely powerful Pokemon, often relying on constricting moves, deadly poison attacks, and intimidation. The face pattern on its hood actually has about 22 different variations, and interestingly enough, reports have shown that Arbok apparently can grow back any part of its body except for its head if it's cut off. I think that's kind of awesome. Anywho, let's get into the cards. At number 10, our list actually starts off fairly strong at $10.91 ungraded for this vintage card, with PSA 9s going for $33 and PSA 10s going for $100. We have the first edition Koga's Arbok from Gym Challenge. Number 9, costing $10.99 for an ungraded copy, with PSA 9s going for $34.04 and PSA 10s going for $168.52. We have the Arbok number 3 reverse holo from Expedition. At number 8, we have another vintage card. There are going to be quite a few vintage cards on this because Arbok was a popular Pokemon in the vintage sets. Just bear that in mind. Anyway, this card is currently going for $11.09 for an ungraded copy. PSA 9s are currently going for $27.82 and PSA 10s are going for $92. We have the first edition Dark Arbok non-holo from Team Rocket. I personally love the Dark Pokemon cards. I thought they were so cool. So it's great to see the Dark Pokemon get some representation on some of these lists. At number 7, this Scarlet and Violet Era Ultra Rare costs roughly $13.28 ungraded. Also costing about $27.50 for a grade 9 and $119.53 for PSA 10s, we have the Arbok Illustration Rare from Temporal Forces. I think this is really cool artwork, by the way. Awesome looking card. Number 6. This holo goes for roughly $15.10 ungraded, with PSA 9s going for $49.99 and PSA 10s going for $163.12. We have the Dark Arbok holo from Team Rocket. Now, this is the standard holo, so keep that in mind. Either way, really cool card. I think I have the non-holo, but I would love to get my hands on this holo card. Let's take a quick break from our rankings and introduce our first buy from the set. As always, remember guys, this is not financial advice, all right? These buys are simply interesting cards that I believe to either be undervalued or have the potential to gain value in the future, giving them the potential to be great buys for your collection before they increase. Always do your own research before you buy anything. That's common amongst anything you buy. Always do your own research. Anyway, our first buy of the day is none other than the first edition Arbok from Fossil. My reasoning behind this is the fact that this is the first ever Arbok card to enter the TGC. It's well over 20 years old, so the price is currently fairly stable at $2.88 ungraded. With all of this hype train in Pokemon being focused on the modern era, it's the perfect time to take a break from those inflated modern prices to fill out those nostalgic sets from our childhood. So I think this is a great opportunity for anyone who's trying to fill out maybe the Fossil Master Set or just wants to add some cool first edition cards. Okay, shameless plug. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to see more cool content. Alright, anyway, back to the rankings. Let's go. At number 5, this promo is currently going for $22.50 for ungraded copies. It's still reasonably priced at $30 for PSA 9s, and running all the way up to $247.03 for PSA 10s, we have the Dark Arbok Wizards of the Coast stamped promo. This is the same exact artwork from Team Rocket, but it does have that stamp that makes it the Wizards of the Coast promo. So keep that in mind, alright guys? Alright, at number 4, this card is currently costing $42.36 for an ungraded copy. Currently running $108.82 for grade 9s And a fairly large jump all the way up to $398.44 for grade 10s. We have the first edition Dark Arbok Hollow from Team Rocket. This is not to be confused with the standard hollow that we saw earlier. That's from the quote-unquote unlimited version. This is the first edition. So these were the first parts of this set to be released, and it has a specific first edition stamp. So make sure you're looking for that before you buy these cards, if you are looking for the first edition. Now, on to our second buy of the day. Our second buy of the day is a card we've actually already mentioned in this video. It's the Arbok Illustration Rare from Temporal Forces. My reasoning is, first off, this card is such a cool looking card. The artwork is absolutely awesome on this. It's engaging. It's almost like an action shot. It's a cool card. So that alone makes this a cool buy. My second reason is that with Prismatic Evolutions, Scarlet and Violet 151, Surging Sparks, etc., currently, Temporal Forces has been completely overlooked because of those big time sets. And it's honestly a fairly stunning set. It's a cool looking set. So I believe that a card like this, as well as some of the other illustration rares in Temporal Forces, have a chance to move up in price and value as this set moves out of print. I look at this similar to Fusion Strike as an example. Fusion Strike was fairly overshadowed by the fact that Evolving Skies came out right before it. So it really didn't live up to the hype originally. Then all of a sudden, once it actually went out of print, and we found that some of those cards that were really cool, like the Gengar, the Espeon, the Mew VMAX, all of a sudden those cards skyrocketed even further. Now Fusion Strike has 3 of the top hits out of the Sword and Shield era. So keep that in mind, guys. It may not go all the way up because it's probably not going to be able to compete with Prismatic Evolutions or 151, but Temporal Forces has a chance to be a great buy for any of these cards, particularly this Arbok card. So just keep that in mind for the future. On to number 3. Currently going for $43.72 ungraded, with PSA 9s going for $89 and $209.07. For PSA 10s, we have the Dark Arbok Reverse Hollow from Team Rocket Returns. Do not confuse this with the Team Rocket Dark Arbok. This is Team Rocket Returns. Team Rocket did not have reverse hollows at this time, so it's pretty easy to make sure you don't confuse these. But just a reminder, there is a Dark Arbok in Team Rocket. This is the Team Rocket Returns one. All right, on to number 2. Running about $44.68 for an ungraded copy, with PSA 9s going for about $95.77 and costing $367.50 for grade 10s. We have the Arbok Hollow Rare from Expedition. Before we get to our number 1 and our top buy for the day, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments what your favorite card from this video was. Okay, on to our number 1. The most expensive Arbok card is also one of the rarest E-Series cards ever printed. And no, that's not a card from Skyridge. Currently going for an absolutely massive $635.58 for the ungraded copies. And currently having little to no information about PSA 9s or 10s due to the fact that this card is so unbelievably rare, we have the Arbok number 35 4-position only card from Expedition. My understanding is this card was given out either in demo packs or for events, and these cards are incredibly rare. Any of these 4-position only cards tend to be found in like the $400 to $600 range, so it's insane if you have them. It's a massive flex if you happen to have one of these cards in your collection. I have never even seen one in person. That's how rare these cards are. I've never seen them at card shops. I haven't seen them at card shows. That's how rare these cards are. Anyway, to our final buy of the day. Our final buy of the day that I believe is arguably the top undervalued card that Arbok has to be the Arbok EX Full Art from Scarlet and Violet 151. My reasoning is the fact that Scarlet and Violet 151 is arguably the most popular and coveted set in the modern era right now. Currently, this card is going for $5.72 ungraded, which is an extremely affordable full art for the current state of things. While many people are currently chasing the top hits like the Charizard EX or the Blastoise EX from this set, it may be a great time to go after some of the lower and middle hits from this set, like this Arbok, before people begin to start looking away from the top chases to finish out their master sets or their collections. So this could be a great buy right now before it inflates any further, because let's be real, they may print more Scarlet and Violet 151, but at some point in the not too distant future, this set is no longer going to have reprints or restocks, and stock will start dwindling. So this might be a good buy for you right now if you're looking to try to complete your master set. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Remember to smash that like button if you haven't done it already. Also, make sure you keep an eye out for the next video. It will be on the top 10 cards and 3 undervalued cards from Sword and Shield Chilling Reign, which is kind of a popular set and starting to increase in value now. So keep an eye out for that. That should be coming out soon. I'm a little bit behind on my video production, so keep in mind it should be out in the next 3 to 6 days. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.